Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to discuss a low buy. So if you don't know what it is, or if you haven't heard of the low buy, no buy challenges, you can find a ton of them all over YouTube. I did some research and watched a ton of videos before I kind of compiled my rules in this process, but I wanted to just sit down and discuss kind of what it is, how I'm deciding to kind of go about it this year, and we'll go from there. So I hope you guys enjoy. So first, we're going to discuss the difference between a low buy and a no buy, and then I will go into more details about what the low buy kind of entails. Off the bat, a low buy and no buy, it's pretty self-explanatory if you can tell. A low buy means you're just spending less money, and a no buy is you're cutting all extra expenses. So for me, I'm doing a low buy, and pretty much the three overarching themes that I see in low buys, there are three things. The first thing is you get rid of everything that you don't need, that you don't use. That means clothes, that means appliances, that means, like anything. And for some of us, it's really hard. I know for me, that was kind of tricky because I always feel like I need things. And then I realized I've never touched that shirt in literally 5 years. Why do I need it? But I think I do. You have to really, it's like a will thing. You really have to sit down and say, do I use this? Will I ever use this? Could someone else be using this? I started that, and the big thing to note is you don't have to do it all in one sitting. I've done it a few times. There's been 3 occasions where I've sat down and gotten rid of clothes and items around the house that I literally don't use anymore. That's okay too. That's totally fine. Do it on your own terms. I feel like doing it little by little just helps you kind of process it, and also feels like you're getting things out, but it's not like you're just throwing everything out of your house. The second thing I noticed is where you use up everything you have. So shampoos, body washes, lotions, perfumes, makeup, anything that you kind of buy that's, you reuse often, you are supposed to use up. And so I don't know about you, but for me, I have a ton of products for the same kind of thing, a ton of different lotions, a ton of different, skincare, face washes. That's a big one. I own a lot of face washes, and it's just all different types of brands and things that target different areas and skins, and I just have them sitting around. I don't really use all of them at once, obviously. So that's something that is a big part of this challenge. You're supposed to use up everything that you have, which I think is really cool. Thinking about all the extra stuff we have just sitting around, why not use up everything you have in that one category before you move on to purchasing another type of product like that. Number 3 is to not buy anything extra that you do not need. So this is where it gets tricky, low buy versus no buy. If you are on a no buy, you are not buying anything. A low buy, you kind of can make up your own rules with this. I think there are so many different variations of these challenges that you can tailor it to what works best for you and your family and your situation. That's what I love about this. Low buy, there is a little bit of room for extra expenses, but it's on certain terms. So there are rules to what you can and can't buy, which you can make for yourself, which I also love. So I watched several videos of people, and some people were very strict in their rules of pretty much not buying close to anything, and some people were more lenient. They gave themselves, a day a month to shop, or they gave themselves a specific place to shop, or just certain items they listed out that they were allowed to buy, or they allowed themselves to buy. And so I think it's really just up to you and what works best for you. I know for me, my big conviction, Amazon. I am bad with Amazon. This past year, bad. I would just find things and I would just buy them. I'd just be like, oh, that's cool. I need that. Oh my gosh, that'd be great. I will use that someday. And sometimes I would use it, and then I'd get tired of it, or it wouldn't work like I thought, and I'd just be like, okay, on to the next thing. And I just was wasting so much money that way. And I just really feel like it's not the way that I'm called to steward God's money that I've been given. And so I just feel like it's really important to kind of take this step and just be more aware and conscious of what I'm purchasing and why I'm purchasing it. So the parameters I was kind of talking about, you do have to set those for yourself. So what are you going to do? It's the gray areas. What are you going to do with gift cards? What are you going to do with cash gifts that people give you? Are you going to allow yourself to use that and spend it? Are you going to save it? There's a lot of things that you sit down and you kind of have to figure out for yourself, but it's really, really good to set those rules ahead of time, so then as you go into it, you're not going to be you might be tempted, but it makes it easier for you not to be swayed either way when you get there. I will give a few of my examples in this low buy. You can totally use them, or if you think they're weird and they don't work for you, that's totally cool. My first thing, like I said, Amazon is such a big one for me. I have decided I'm not gonna purchase things if I just see them and feel like I want them. Like I just want them. Whether it's a gadget, whether it's makeup, whether it's a hair product, like I'm not gonna do it. From there, my next thing is if I do really want something, I'm gonna wait about 3 months and see if it's still something I really feel like could be useful at home or in my collection or whatever. And then on to the next rule. If that is still the case after 3 months, I have decided I'm gonna purchase it with cash only. So those are kind of a lot of steps you have to take to get through to the final end product of actually buying the thing. And luckily, I mean, obviously it's only been, what, almost a month of this, and I've only purchased 2 extra things outside of what I kind of have set for myself, which I personally am okay with because I'm on a low buy and I've accepted where I think I can purchase things and where I feel like I shouldn't. I haven't been getting on Amazon as much. I haven't been watching YouTube videos of people on their Amazon hauls. I even did one and I loved it. I love Amazon, but I just know for right now it's just like not where I should be looking because I know it'll just tempt me and I want to buy like random things. Another thing is I've stayed away from all the YouTube influencers, the bloggers, all that kind of stuff, you know, that are just like spitting products at you. I noticed this past year having a lot of people I was subscribed to that were just like constantly trying to promote certain products or clothing, and I was getting really caught up in it. I was like, oh, that'd be great, I want to wear that, I want to buy this, and like sitting down with it, it's all these things that are so expensive that I don't need, that I really don't need. I could be putting my money towards something else or just saving it. So that's another thing. I don't feel like I'm drawn to it as much because I'm not seeing it. It's not like in my face constantly. So another thing I'm kind of working on as one of my rules is to only buy secondhand clothing. And I'm kind of excited about this one because I love thrifting, and I think you can find a ton of the things you would buy and purchase and you see everywhere. You can buy it in a thrift store if you're up for shopping and up for digging, because it is a little trickier, especially in the larger thrifting stores, but it's totally worth it. If you think about it, those clothes are anywhere from like $1 to like $5, $10, and some of it is the exact same type of clothes you'd buy for $30 or $50 of a shirt or jeans or, you know, whatever. And so I love it. It is a challenge for sure when you don't have time or, you know, you don't have the energy to get out and really dig through some stuff, but I think it would save so much money, like just looking forward to this year and seeing like, what are the things I purchased? What are the things that I would have saved money on if I just bought that at a Goodwill or something like that? I've already been to the thrift store twice. I've allowed myself to go thrifting because for me, like, I don't always feel like I need to be shopping for clothes, but sometimes I do really love just like going out and looking at clothes. And so that's something that kind of like feeds that for me, but it's also not too over the top. It's not me pushing my limits on expenses. Like I can go to Goodwill and buy a shirt, you know? So another thing personally for me is I've allowed myself, if I get gift cards, if I get cash money for like a gift, I'll allow myself to go and purchase it on something. I got like 2 Ulta gift cards for Christmas, and of course I went to Ulta and I bought some things, and I didn't want to get myself of that because 1, it was a gift to me, and 2, I think it's so okay to, you know, go shopping every once in a while and look for things. It's not that, it's really just how I'm being intentional about spending my money. And the last thing is I am trying to track what I spend when I do spend that extra money. So this is not groceries, this is not like gas, this is not the necessities, but more what I'm spending extra. So I bought this bracelet last week. It is from Kate Spade and it was like 30 bucks. And I know a lot of people are gonna look at this and be like, well, you're on a low buy, why are you buying extra things? This is for me personally, and I had no guilt in buying this. My husband let me grab it when we were out, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna get it. It's $30, and that's just something that I'm taking into account for an expense that is extra, and that's cool. If you don't want to be spending any kind of money like that, you should look to do the no buys because you're really cutting out kind of like everything. Like I said, this is something I would list and writing it down just so I can kind of look back and see what I actually did spend money on. That's kind of my parameters. Those are a couple examples of some of my rules with it. I hope this is helpful. If you guys have any other questions about how I'm doing this, you know, any kind of questions regarding a low buy, because that's kind of the journey I'm on, let me know in the comments down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.